the movie The Secret, some people somehow believe that if you can think of something, it will just come to life. They think they can just sit on their ass and just, imagine, I don't know, money just being sent to them, or their, a dream house just becoming on their doorstep or something like that. And I'm just here to tell you that that's fucking bullshit, and it doesn't happen. For the way I look at it is, law of attraction is like action, like action. Like, it's not just attraction. You got to take action. And I believe that you can't just, yes, it's good to visualize things and see it in your head and trick your brain to think that, it's already happened. But without action, you're not going to get results, full stop. And what people don't know is, our body is made out of 50 like trillion cells. We are literally just energy. We are 99.99999% energy and 0.0000001% physical matter. So it's just crazy, literally we're just vibrating all the time. We're just vibrating cells, which is literally everything is made out of vibrating cells. It's pretty crazy. So, it's, if we're all energy, so we're all internal, we're only 0.00001% like physical like matter, then why the hell do we ever care about the outside world when everything else is just energy? Nothing is physical, nothing is really real, it's just energy. And what I mean by that is that, okay, let's say, think about a cup of water, right? A cup of water, that water is vibrating at a very high frequency. So you move around and you can see it, all that kind of stuff. But when you put it to a lower frequency, it becomes frozen, becomes a solid. And then if you were to, put the frequency all the way up, right, then that would actually turn into it would turn into vapor. It would melt it into vapor, and it wouldn't exist. You wouldn't be able to see it anymore. And that is literally like what's happening around everywhere. So things that are solid, they're just at a very low frequency. Things that are moving fast are at a high frequency. And literally everything you see. So like I said, yourself, the amount of 50 trillion cells. And what people don't understand is also there's something called in the brain, the reticular activating system. And what that does is it filters out everything you see. So I don't know if you guys have ever, let's just think about this. I don't know if you ever guys realize that the brain literally cuts out your nose. So you can't, if your brain was to see everything, like it sees about, I think it's like something like 2 to 6 billion bits of information per second. If we were to look at that much per second, our brain would explode. So the reticulating activating system allows that for us to focus on what is important. So the best way to explain it is like, it's like a bodyguard at like a club. It only allows the people that are allowed in, and the people who aren't allowed in get kicked out. So, you only want to focus on what is important. And, it works in terms of, let's say if you were just to be quiet right now and you were just to listen to all the sounds and all the things that you can feel, but you don't feel that all the time. You don't hear those things all the time, but because your reticulating activating system will actually cut all that stuff out. It only focuses on what you need to focus on, because that's really important. And that's what I'm saying. Like with the law of attraction, how many guys, this is just some examples I'm just going to give you. So how many times have you guys gone to buy a car, you're looking to buy a car that you believe is unique, you don't see it much on the road, and you've just done all this research, you've done a bunch of videos, you've done all this kind of stuff, you've just been really getting into it. And then all of a sudden you see it absolutely everywhere. And I mean, the exact same car that you believed that just wasn't there. And I had the same experience with my RX-8. I didn't see any RX-8s until I started looking into them. Like, oh, there's one. And the same thing is, right, when you're walking down a street, right, there's people talking all the time. And, most of the time you're not going to, you can probably hear them, but your brain's not focusing on it until someone says your name. If your name, even if it's not like they're not talking to you, as soon as you hear like Bailey or you hear your name, you then start listening, and then you can hear it. And it's like, that's so interesting. And like a situation that the Mindset Mentor explains, it's actually crazy. And like one of the situation explains, so he was looking at like a Facebook profile of this guy who's seen 10 to 15 years ago in high school. And yeah, he was just looking through his Facebook profile, and he was at the coffee shop the next day. And for some reason, he thought this guy looked exactly like the person that he was looking on Facebook. But when that person turned around, it was definitely not them. But because you're looking at that, you're trying to attract exactly that. So your brain is looking for more things that look like what you're looking for. And it works the best. It works, in a good way and a bad way. So what I believe is what you focus on is what you attract. So if you focus on positive stuff, you're going to focus positive things into your life. If you focus on negative, you're only going to focus negative stuff into your life. So the one thing is when you have a problem, stop focusing on the problem. Stop thinking of more problems. It's only going to cause more problems. If you focus on the solution straight away, well, then you'll probably come to a solution instead of just going down this deep hole. And it's just like how interesting. Like I had a situation just the other day. So I sent this message that was a bit risky. I didn't know what would happen from it. But I was in a positive mindset because I've been reprogramming my mindset just to be positive. And what I normally would do is I pick up the phone and go, too scared to look at the message because I'm like, they're probably going to say no. They're probably not going to do this. They're probably not going to want to do it. But then I was like in my head, well, if I'm saying that, I'm probably going to attract exactly that. So I started going, nah, they're definitely going to do it. They're definitely going to say yes. They're definitely going to want to do whatever it is I want to do. And lo and like it literally worked. Like they literally said, "Yeah, let's do it." And I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Okay." So and now I've tested this multiple times. Like I'll give you guys like a little task to do right now. So in your room right now, look around everywhere in your room and find out and just count all the things that are white. So everything that is white. Okay, cool. I'll give you guys a few seconds to do that. This is gonna like blow your mind if this has worked on me. I was like, what the hell? Okay. Okay, cool. I'm guessing you guys have probably seen all the things that are white in your room. Now I want you to close your eyes and think of everything in your room that is brown. Okay? So close your eyes, just think of everything that you have in your room that is like brown. Do not open your eyes. And I'm gonna give you a few seconds. Okay, cool. Now, how many of you guys could actually think of things that are brown? Like, because if you now open your eyes and look around, you probably have heaps of things that are brown in your room. But because you're only looking for white, because that's what you're attracting, and your reticular activating system didn't want you to see anything that wasn't white, it pretty much blocked it all out. There's actually a video that I wish I could share, but I forgot about it. That is really crazy, and I honestly can believe it. But I'll have to share with you guys another time. But yeah, it was really interesting. Hey, like how many guys actually realize the difference then? Because when I did that exact exercise, I was like, oh my god, yeah, I literally didn't see any of that. I was just focusing on what was white. And that's just how it works. It's pretty cool. And how many guys have you guys realized this? All right, let's say you've gone into your personal development journey and you're absolutely just changing your life. You're getting to this really awesome level. You're healthy, you're fit, you're more smart, you're just really upgrading yourself, right? And then the people around you, start to, especially when they hang out with you or anything, they just think there's something different. You're just not the same. And what that means is, guys, this is not like a something negative about you. Means you're upgrading yourself, and it's good. Like the only reason why they feel like something is not right is because you're at a different frequency to them. You could be going at 600 hertz, and they could be going at 400. So now you're 200 hertz more than them, and now something feels off. And there actually is a word for it. It's called destructive interference, and it also works the other way as well. As well, when you are on a really high frequency, you attract more people like that. So how many times have you guys, in same, let's say relationship, friendships, you've met someone and it just doesn't feel right? Well, that is because you guys are on a different frequency, and it's all disrupting, and it's not in flow. But when you're at a constructive interference, that is when it feels right. You're like, this is really awesome. It feels like I've known this person for a long time, or just, when you're dating someone or you're seeing someone, you're not sure what's wrong, but it just doesn't feel right. And then there's the time where you're not sure what's right, but it feels right. Like that is literally because you're vibrating at the same frequency. Instead of going up and down, you're now following each other because you're going the same frequency. Like it feels right. And there's so many things you can do this with. And like one of the big things is like, let's say, you get into really healthy habits. So now your frequency is even higher than you were a year ago or 6 months ago. And, you used to eat chips, you used to eat bad food, you used to do all this kind of stuff. You used to just, lay in bed or watch Netflix, right? You used to do all that. Now, when you do it, something in your brain tells you this is not right because that habit is not at the same frequency as you are now. So that healthy habit, that lazy or unfit habit is not in the same frequency, so it doesn't feel right. So it's destructive interference. And that's why when you do a like workout, you feel absolutely amazing. You know, when you eat healthy food, you feel absolutely fucking amazing because you're at that frequency where it feels right. And it's just like so mind blowing. And it's so important, right, to start your day with like a morning routine, which I will be doing in my next video or tomorrow, my next live. Because the way you start your day pretty much starts the rest of your week, or let's say your Monday starts the rest of your week, but that first thing you do in the morning starts the rest of your day. And if you're at a low frequency, it will pretty much carry. Like if I find myself, if I don't stick to my morning routine, if I'm a bit, a bit off my morning routine, most of my day is literally a bit off, and I feel like I'm behind, or I feel like I'm a bit, tired and just not as energetic, right? I feel like I'm just yeah, it's not great. But if I start my day and I smash out all my morning routines or smash out everything I want to do, I'm at this frequency and I stay at it all day and I feel absolutely amazing. I'm smashing goals, I'm smashing tasks out. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I definitely get that. And it's because you've developed these habits that are at a higher frequency and they've kept you at that frequency. So it's really important you have really good habits, and you've got a great morning routine. It's really important. Most successful people always have a morning routine. It's so important. And the one of the big things I've got from one of the calls last night, which Efrosini did, she talked about how you know this is really interesting. Like, so when you look at your life, you need to think about, let's say everyone's watching you. So let's say I'm by myself, right? I'm watching myself, and what you need to ask yourself honestly, would you hire yourself? So in terms of, let's say your profession, let's say you want to be a crypto trader, right? And I am a great, like a boss of a crypto company. Now, if I was watching you as a crypto trader and seeing everything you do every single day, would you honestly believe that you are worth hiring? Like, honestly think about it. Are you doing the action that is needed? Because honestly, most people say they should be a great trader and all this shit, but they don't put the actions or what is needed to become a great trader. And then they blame other people, or they blame the actual education company or trading itself that is just not for them. But when they're not actually putting the work in. So when you think about that, are you putting the work in that is needed to become what you need to be? So if you want to be a great trader, are you putting in the hours? Are you putting in the effort? Are you putting in the action? Like, one of the big things for me, right, is I look at my life like it's a fucking movie, right? I look at my life like it's a fucking movie. And what I mean by that is I want my movie to be, I want my life to be a fucking blockbuster movie. So so when I say that, right, if you look at your life a movie, do you think people are going to call your life a blockbuster if when you get home from work, all you do is watch Netflix, all you do is scroll through TikTok, all you do is be lazy and sit in your ass and eat food? No, fuck no. Who the fuck wants to pay for a movie or watch a movie where all you do is fuck all? You don't grind, you're not working. So every single day, I make sure I smash out all my tasks. I've got great habits. I've got morning routine. I'm working. I'm working. I don't care if I don't need someone to watch me to keep doing what I'm doing. I know every single thing I do, someone's watching me. So I'm always grinding. I've completely cut out, Spotify. Spotify podcasts. Literally listen to podcasts. I don't listen to music. I don't watch the radio because, again, the radio, the news, all that kind of shit. That is that talk about stuff that they want you to focus on, and I don't want to focus on that. So I don't want to focus on the negative shit that's out there. I just want to focus on positivity because that's what I want to try. I want to program my mind to be more positive and more driven and more hungry and motivated. Right. The biggest things for me is I don't even think about like that no one's watching because I think everyone's always watching. So I want my life to be an absolute blockbuster that everyone pays to go watch 100 times because it's so awesome to watch. The guy's waking up early, he's going meditating, he's working out his cold showers, he's reading books, his podcasts, he's smashing out goals all the time. Like, I want it to be absolutely exciting and awesome to watch. Like, how many of you guys are living a life that's just not worth watching? And I'm being serious. Like, how many of you guys are living a life that's just not worth watching? I'm not here to hurt you, but you need to think about it. Would you honestly watch your life movie right now? Do you think it's worth watching? And now, this is one of the biggest things. A lot of people, want their girlfriend or their friend or someone in their life to be, let's say, be more fit, to be more healthy, to work out, to be more, intelligent and all that shit. But guess what? They're not fucking doing it either. Like they want this person to work out every day or every second day, but the person saying that is not even doing it. What we call it in the Mindset Mentor is you need to eat your own dog food. If you're going to tell people to work out every day, you better fucking be working out every single day. If you want people to be listening to podcasts and not listening to music, you got to start doing that shit. If you want change in the world, you got to be the change first. Like, so if you want more positive, motivated, hungry individuals and healthy people in your life, but then you got to be that fucking person. You got to vibrate at that frequency of that, what that person means, that identity, right? You can't, all these people complaining about, their boyfriend or their girlfriend cheating on them, and and like how everyone just treats them like shit and all this kind of stuff. And, like, I can't find the right person. Well, like, you're literally, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're attracting exactly that. You're not attracting people that aren't going to do that because your frequency isn't negative, and because like I said, your frequency is what you attract, and what you think about is what you attract. So all you do is think about people cheating on you and horrible people and all these problems. You're just attracting that exactly to your life. So if what I'm saying is, if you want a boyfriend who's not going to cheat on you, you want a boyfriend and I'm saying girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, like I mean partner. And if you want more friends that aren't going to be like taking money from you, and really wanting to see you win and really wanted to help you and cheer you on for your goals and be more positive and motivated and driven, then you need to be that fucking person. You need to work on yourself first. Like I said, we are 99% energy. We're 99% energy. So you need to understand it's really important, like internally, who you are to attract what else you want in your life. The outside world is fucking energy. So if you attract you can't attract. So if you're a positive energy, it's really hard to attract negative energy. Cheers, Jason. Um, like one of the examples, this is actually really cool, right? So let's say you go into like a music store, like where there's acoustic section, right? And they've got like guitars and all that kind of stuff. If you were to go into that room, now this is going to be quite crazy because I haven't tried this, but I've heard about this multiple times. And you were to vibrate at a certain frequency with your voice. So if you were like, and if you get to a certain frequency, there'd be guitars in there. If they're tuned at that frequency they would start actually playing. Like not playing like playing, but you'd hear a sound from them. How crazy is that? So if you're like, you wouldn't get anything. But if you get to that frequency, then you'll fucking get it. And that's the term, same in life. If you want that person who's more positive, more driven, more hungry, all that shit, you can't be at a level where you're not that. You need to be at a level where you're already that so that you can track that. So you need to be at the same frequency. That's how I see the law of attraction. You need to put in the action. You need to be that person that you want. If you want to see change in the world, you got to be that change first. Like if I want to see more hungry, motivated individuals, I'm going to be that person first and show the world. Like, don't tell your girlfriend to start working out if you're not fucking working out. Don't ever like tell people to do things. Just do what you're doing, and eventually they will see what the change in you, and they'll go, okay, well, I want that too, and they'll eventually become that person. Don't ever push someone to be someone they're not. Don't try to change someone. Be yourself, and others will follow. If they're the right person, they'll follow. They will try and match your frequency because they see the energy that's coming off you, and they want a part of that. Every single day, right? Think about this. You've got a jug of water, well, let's say you've got 2 cups of water actually, and one's positive, one's negative, right? So you need to think about where you're going to put this energy, this water, and every single day you need to choose where you're going to put that. So I'm going to put my positive energy. I want to pour that in all of my life because where you pour water or where you put energy, things grow. So if you're putting negative energy into your life every single day, you're growing that negative energy to even more. If you're putting positive energy, so positive water into your life, you're growing that. So think about that, right? What are you guys doing? Are you focusing more negative or are you focusing more positive? Every single day, think about that because it's just going to grow and grow more no matter which one you do. If you start thinking positive every day from now on, trust me, your life will not be the fucking same. You will not recognize who you are 6 months from now if you did every single day, you tried your best to focus on positive, 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 positive. If you completely, how awesome is this actually? I've got so much I can tell you guys. So whoever has ever had a really shit day at work or whatever you're doing, and you just feel really down, and then that song comes on, or that song you put on your Spotify or whatever you're listening to, and it's like really happy, or this song that really just changes your mood. It makes you really happy. It makes you excited. It makes you motivated. It makes you start dancing. Like how many times have you guys experienced that? Like, you put on like a, I don't know, happy song, or just whatever it is. Like, who's noticed there's actually been a difference? Because I definitely have. And it actually is a scientific reason, right? Because, you know, for a sound to happen, it has to vibrate at a certain frequency. So if you're at a frequency, right, and then you put this, song on, that's vibrating at a certain frequency, which then changes your frequency because of the vibration. Because obviously with vibration, that can change the frequency of something. If you got a big speaker and you put it next to something like a paper that's sitting like on something, and it would start to shake, it would start to fucking move that paper. The same thing when you put music to your head, it changes your frequency. That's why happy music, and that's why depressing music, for me personally, anything sad or anything, even like rap, hip hop, anything, if it's sad, depressing shit, you might think it's doing nothing, and it might not be, but most of the time it is. It's actually making you more negative. It's actually making you feel more shit. Like, you could have an absolute great day. You can put on a depressing music, or you could put on like death metal for some people, and you'd feel like crap. You're like, why do I feel like crap? You start thinking about it, and everything you do in life, when you do something, no matter what it is, even if you think it's normal, and then you put it on, like let's say the news, and then you hear it, and then you just feel like crap, even though you had an absolutely amazing day. Think about those things and take it, like identify them, and go, well, I don't want any more of that. I want to replace that with something. So like I said, I replace all my music now with, really great music if I ever go in and listen to it, but I only really listen to podcasts because I want to develop my learning skills every day. Like, I learned all this just today, all this today. The course did cost me a lot. It's like $420 a month. And it's just like lessons and shit, but it's really awesome. And I'm learning heaps. I mean, I've already learned heaps on the podcast. There's so much to be offered for free off the podcast. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, it's such a life hack, right? What you could do is, if ever you're feeling shit or depressed or upset, you could just have this happy playlist, like a playlist that makes you feel really motivated, energetic, and like all that kind of shit. Put it on and start reprogramming your brain. Like, what I do every time I have a cold shower, I have the same song playing, so my brain gets used to, this is the song that I want to dance to when I'm in the cold shower. I want to enjoy it, and you can do this with multiple things in your life. You want to start your day off? What's a song that gets you really, I guess, alive? What makes you feel alive? What song makes you feel alive? Put it on when you wake up in the morning after your meditation or something, and you can start your day in like that kind of frequency, and try keep that frequency the whole day. So yeah, what I'm saying, guys, is you cannot fucking just sit there on expecting you just be rich or to be successful. Because of the law of attraction, if I just visualize money coming to me, it's going to come to me. Fuck no, it's not. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the action every single fucking day to get onto a frequency to matches what you want in your life. A broke person who's got no drive or anything is never going to get the frequency of a successful person in a day or 2 weeks. It takes fucking time, but you can do it. You can definitely do it. Obviously you can win the lottery, but that doesn't fucking count, because 95% of lottery winners actually end up back in the same situation they are when they won the lottery, because you know what? It's all about mindset. One of my mentors said, like, a lot of people, you got an option one or option two, and option one is $1 million, right? And option two is a set of skills, and this set of skills will create you more than $1 million. But a lot of people choose, because obviously they think, oh, $1 million, fuck yeah, I'll take $1 million. They take that $1 million, they lose that money straight pretty quick. They take the set of skills. Now they've got all these skills to find more ways to make more money and keep that money. They can become absolutely, filthy rich. But a lot of people are just very, they just want the easy way out. They want the bloody get rich fast scheme. That shit does not exist. If it does, then I don't know what to tell you. You've been scammed. But yeah, guys. So that was my little topic about the law of attraction. I believe you got to put in the action. You got to put in the work. You got to get yourself at a frequency that you want in your life to attract what you want in your life. And I hope you guys learned heaps on that. I'll share a video tomorrow on my Facebook about the same thing about the law of attraction in terms of video you guys are going to watch, and you're gonna realize something and go, fuck, I didn't even see that. And trust me, it's going to blow your mind. Anyways, I'll talk about my morning routine tomorrow. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and